Okay, we're live. Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody. You got to get closer to the camera. We can't see you. You have a tiny little head. Like I could squish your face over there.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Oh, you're trying. Okay.
you're fancy and you've got some major headphones on. It's pretty awesome.
Well, it makes it easier to hear for us old people.
I love it. So you guys, we had some technical difficulties. Somehow we couldn't get Al's
Mug
camera to work, but now we've got it. So we're good. So now since I'm feeling like discombobulated today. 8 o'clock.
You and me both.
I know, right? It's like, woo. So here we are. Welcome to Katie. So we are going to talk about, there's you, Al. Do you see that ticker going at the bottom? Al Stagner, Highland Games Hall of Fame athletes.
Yeah, got lucky.
So we're not going to play a game tonight, but I am going to finish with the 10 questions because that's super fun. I just think that you have kind of have a lot to talk about. I know you do your best work early is what you said to me, and you go to bed kind of early, which is fine. It's good because we're going to talk about that because you told me that you drink a gallon of milk a day. Tell me about that. That's insane.
Yes. I've been doing that since I was a kid.
I am drinking Vizzy in a wine glass because I'm fancy. Okay, so tell me why you do that because you said you don't get colds. You don't get sick.
I don't catch colds. My bones don't break. Nothing. I don't have any illnesses ever, hardly.
And do you drink regular milk, whole milk? Or
yeah, I drink 2%. But
2%. And you literally drink so how much water do you drink?
About 8 liters a day.
Wow. So
yeah.
Are you peeing all the time?
Yes, I am.
That's awesome. Okay, so
even like 24 hours a day.
That's amazing. So what I like to add in here, which is really cool, is that we're going to talk about your non-Highland Games life first. Okay,
right.
Like who is Al Stagner, and then we're going to talk about your Highland Games stuff, and then we're going to end with 10 questions. Okay, sound fun?
Okay. Sure.
Okay, so here we go. I've got a couple of pictures. So this is what I had. This is what you started talking to me about this. And like this, I could probably use a better term, railroad worker.
Well, good enough.
Yeah. So what was your title?
Well, I've made it all the way to superintendent.
Okay, so I'll say
I ran the big gangs that run up and down the tracks.
How did you get into that?
How did I get into it?
Mm-hmm.
My grandpa worked for him, so he got me on right out of high school.
See how I fixed that? Was that a hard job?
Oh yeah, very heavy lifting.
So, I've been working on the railroad. So okay. So let's backtrack even more. So you've always been an athlete, right? So you said you were a track star.
Yeah, I took state in high school shot put. Yeah.
And what else did you do in high school then? Like, because this would really.
I wrestled.
Okay, were you pretty good at that?
What's that?
Were you pretty good at that as well?
Oh, I was 21-0 until I separated my shoulder on the mat. The last match of the year before regionals. So yeah, it was a very devastating blow. But yeah,
you were also so you were state champ in the. You said something to me when we talked before because you said, I don't know if it was somebody that said they didn't believe in you or something, but you had something to prove, and so didn't you like practice every day?
Oh, well, what happened is I won conference as a sophomore and a junior in shot put. Well, senior year I was pretty much a shoe-in, but I ended up losing it, so it really made me angry. So I practiced very, very hard. And turned around the next week and took state. Threw farther than I ever done in my life. So, but
you said didn't you practice every single day?
Yeah, and I'd practice till I couldn't see anymore.
Yeah. So this is a good example because a lot of people need to know that it does take work. So I'm a natural athlete, but I still have to practice. I still have to get out there and do the things, So we'll get to that point too with the Highland Games. But did that give you a college scholarship?
Yeah. I got full rides for wrestling and track.
Really?
Yeah.
How tall are you, Al?
6'6".
So you wrestled at 6'6".
Yep.
Did you kick ass?
Pretty much. I mean, I wasn't a national champ or anything, but I did well.
So, all right. Well, that's pretty awesome. So how did you do what did you throw in college then?
As far as shot put and discus and hammer, yeah.
Hammer. So that's different than Highland Games hammers. That's interesting, right?
Oh yeah, a lot different one. It's just a plain wire. And you have to spin, you can spin. Whereas Highland Games you can't spin.
Well, it's on a chain, right? Too. So it's like different the way that you move.
It's a wire.
Yeah, it's a wire.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not a solid pipe or stick like in the Highland Games.
So you did tell me also that this is something that you did. You lugged beef. What? So on the video, before you explain this, was it like this, Al? Hang on a sec. Oh, where'd it go? La, la, la. Oh man. Okay, hang on. I gotta get it back up.
Somebody's knocking.
Hang on. Let me pull it up. Let me find it. There we go. Let me just. I don't think it's gonna work because
I hear it.
Video of. I know I had a video of Rocky. Hang on.
Oh yeah, them big old halves over there. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me just go here. So tell us what lugging beef is while I find this really quick.
Well, lugging beef is like they bring the beef in on trailers to be cut up into smaller pieces, steaks, roast, whatever, and they usually kill them in a plant. But if a plant's not big enough, they just ship them in on a truck.
Yeah.
And they have to have people pick them up off of a hook in a truck, walk down the truck, and throw them on a hook on a chain.
Okay, so now I'm gonna share this really quick because I found it, but we have to endure the stupid ad because I didn't have it up ahead of time. So, so does it look like? Did it look like this, Al? Is this what it looked like? Hang on a sec.
The razor.
Yeah, the razor. Did it look like that?
Yeah, it looked like those noodles. Yeah.
Did you eat mozzarella cheese and lug beef?
No, but I sure sweat a lot. There we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, see, that's a whole half of a cow there.
Okay, so what did you?
No, that's a quarter. These are quarters.
Did you lug quarters?
Yeah, they weigh the front quarter. I picked up a front quarter that weighed 450 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're humongous. They're a lot bigger than the rest of you.
Am I broadcasting to the public because I didn't see anybody around here? This is strange to me. So is that what they look like?
Yeah, that's how it looks. I mean, except they're already cut into quarters. Those are halves. He's shoving halves at him.
All right, so.
But the other part over there is quarters. Yeah, that's the part, that chain that they're hooked on. That's what I had to go carry it out and throw it on.
So that had to have been built a lot of muscle, right?
Oh, it is the hardest job I've ever done in my life.
Yeah,
the railroad was fun compared to that.
How old were you when you were doing that?
Oh, probably 30.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought that was kind of cool because, Rocky.
It is. It's a different thing, that's for sure. I never had to worry about what I ate. I never gained any weight.
So 6'6". What was your lightest weight at 6'6"?
Probably 260.
Yeah, it's the people that hears 260 be like, whoa, but for like 6'6", that's not.
No.
It's not huge.
I still can't ride a Zipline though.
Really?
That's because it's 250 or less.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and if you're flying a helicopter in Hawaii and you weigh over 250, they charge you for 2 seats.
Even if you're tall?
It doesn't matter. 250 is the weight cutoff line for almost all these everything. It's crazy.
I don't think I've ever had this. I don't think I've ever had nobody on here watching. Is this going live?
I don't know. How do you know?
Hang on a second. It's live now. It's just strange because your wife commented on the post. I'm like, help him out. What's going on? Well, anyway, people will watch later. This also streams live to YouTube. So
you can see it on YouTube.
Huh? Cool. So I'll share that link later. Then you can share this interview. But I just think it's weird. I've never seen zero people watching. So
man, I must be popular.
You're super popular. I just thought everybody'd be like, yeah, hell yeah. Like, so I decided I want to do Highland Games interviews like maybe every first Tuesday of the month, so kind of fun. But I mean, you have interesting stories. So let's go on to your Highland Games stuff because it's really, so what year did you start Highland Games? Like, how did you get into it? Let's just talk about that.
Well, I started in the Senior Olympics.
Really?
When I turned 50, and I thrown the shot and the discus and the hammer and the heavyweight, and very, very boring. I'm just going like, I've done this stuff before. It's no big deal. And so I talked to a guy about that and over at CSU. That's where I used to practice. And he says, well, you ever tried the Highland Games? And I'm going like, no, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
And he goes, you ought to check it out. They got 9 events. I'm going like, cool. I'll have to do that. Well, they had a game in Windsor up here. And I was just going to go watch. I mean, I put on a set of flip-flops and a tank top and a pair of shorts and just was going to go watch them throw and see what it was all about. Yeah. And I walked up there and one of the guys, Dana Axelson, was the guy that was was the AD. And he said, hey, I said, you going to throw? And I said, what do you got to do to throw? He goes, give me $20 and find a kilt. I go like, oh, okay. Well, I had some tennies in my truck and I put the tennies on, but I was throwing out there in a pair of shorts and a tank top, and
for those people that don't know, you have to throw in a kilt. So I did find another picture, I think, on your Facebook that I liked. I don't know if you sent this. You can kind of see the bottom of it here. You're doing the hammer here.
Oh yeah.
Where was this?
Can you pull it up a little or no? It looks like it's up in Enumclaw.
Okay. Yeah, so you have to wear kilt, which everybody calls skirts, which is like super annoying, right?
Yeah. Well, they're not. I mean, you don't even notice them. They're kind of pain in the rear for wob, but other than that, no biggie.
Wob for the layperson is that weight over bar where you have to go in between your legs there. I'm just so confused why this is so weird, Al. Can you see this? Can you ask Karen if she's seeing this? Oh, we have one viewer. Hey.
Uh-oh. You got one.
It might be because I scheduled the second one for 6:10 and I couldn't because you came on here. We had technical difficulties, so sorry guys. So yay, that's good. I was gonna move on to so you were 50. So you were after your first games then, after your first competition.
Well, when I went out there, I had no idea what I was doing. The caber beat me up. I won the wob the very first time I went. And I was against Mark Buchanan, who was supernatural.
Well, hopefully it will you as well.
Yeah, he comes up and he told me, because he's trying to help me with the sheath and everything else, and I already knew how to throw stones because I've been throwing shot puts and stuff. And then the weights for distance, I had no idea, but I got up there with the hammer and I wound up and cranked like about 110 feet. They're all standing about 70 feet, and I threw it clear over all their heads. And they about died. They go, that's a world record. But I scratched. But they said, that's a world record. I'm going like, what the hell is that? And they go, you should go to the worlds. And I go, what the hell is that? Sure. So yeah, I came out of nowhere and I almost beat Buchanan, and that's what was so really weird because he was a current world champ at the time, and I walked on the field and almost beat him.
He's pretty badass. I wish I would have found the video when we were in Iceland doing the fun stuff here. So this is the Big Al Sheath Toss. You can talk about this one.
Oh yeah, that's a good yeah.
Share this one.
Did you watch it already?
Yeah. So can you see it?
Yeah, Sean Betts come out for a clinic.
Can you see it on there?
Teach a clinic.
Okay.
And he's trying to teach us how to spin with the sheath, because everybody's going, how do you spin with the sheath, whatever, And so he had us try it, and this is the results from that my first try at that. First and last try at that.
Are you ready for this? Because it's pretty awesome. Big Al spinning sheath toss, which most people don't spin when they do the sheath.
No, they don't. And I no longer do it either.
Oops.
I think I invented a new event.
So how long have you been throwing at this point?
How many what?
How long had you been throwing at this point?
It was my third year.
All right. So had you ever spun before?
No, I never spun with the fork ever. I thought I was gonna stick myself in the leg.
Which is a problem. It happens. It's very.
Oh,
strange.
I know. And I just go. I'll just get rid of this. I ain't gonna hang on to it no.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Right.
But I still have to put one more thing into my resume. I don't have a world record yet, but I plan to get one this year.
Well, you do have these right here. 3 world champs.
Yeah.
You might not have a world record, but you have 3 world champs. You said Scotland in 2009, Denver in 2010, and Calgary in 2011.
Yes.
And then we're gonna get to Iceland. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. But here's the thing that happened with you, which is really interesting because I was supposed to see you at Legends, which was the first Masters National Championship. Super fun, but this happened, and this to me, this is crazy. What is this?
Oh, that's after I got out of surgery.
What happened there?
From my wreck there. Well, I was driving a van, a Dodge ProMaster, and I come up over a hill, and I was coming down a hill, and I went to put on the brake, and my foot slipped. And I thought, what happened here? Did my foot wet, or is it oily or something, and it slipped off the brake? But then I couldn't find the brake.
Yeah.
What had happened is it snapped off because it's plastic, but for about 3 inches behind the pedal. So it snapped off, so I didn't have anything. So I ran right into the back end of a Jeep, slammed my face against the steering wheel, crushed in my whole left side. Yeah, you can see it there. And then while I was down there, the airbag went off and busted my palate. But I broke all the bones in my face, my eye socket on the left side. So I had to have total reconstruction.
And how long did it take you to recover?
Far as to be able to, it was a year. I couldn't do nothing for a year because if I bent over or exerted myself, my face would explode because that's, because they put titanium. There's titanium was all over inside it. So I had to wait till all the swelling went totally down. So, but by the time I did that, trying to do physical therapy, it was hard to go down to 0.
Yeah. Well, now you did you shared another thing, and I couldn't quite figure out what it was, but you told me what it was. So I think this is your arm, you said? I think it's all messed up, though, the way it is. I can't.
Oh, yeah, this is the arm of the coming in out of that firewall that's broke off there. You can see where the plastic was wrapped around it and where it snubbed off there.
Okay.
Now, there's 3 more inches of pedal with that, and it was all plastic.
I mean, seriously, that's insane.
Oh, it is. It's crazy.
Okay, so
I gotta have a drink.
hell yeah. Drink of milk, finish up your gallon.
Gotta get the power.
Okay, so I have a couple other pictures here. Share screen. All right, so I love this one. Where did you do this?
Iceland.
Did you? Where did
Yeah.
you go to do that?
There's a studio there. This is all those props are from the Game of Thrones.
that makes sense. I actually should have. I don't know why all these pictures are so small. Okay, can you see it better now?
Yeah.
I wonder if I messed up somehow because like people can't interact or whatever right now. It's just strange to me. But it says it's streaming, so that is really cool. Because what is your heritage?
German and Irish.
You look like a big Viking, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So,
that was pretty. That was all authentic stuff. It was pretty cool.
It's really
me and Karen did a complete photo shoot.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. It was some awesome pictures. They had us doing all kinds of stuff. They had swords. She's got her bow and arrow, like the picture behind me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's so cool. Like what's the coolest trophy you've ever won at a Highland Games? Like
Probably
here's
the sword at 2000. Yeah, right there. That's
and you're
it.
You're in the middle there, so you're number 1, yeah?
Right. I beat Miles Weitzel and Kel Murray.
I'm sure they'll love hearing that.
Huh?
I'm sure they'll love hearing that. What?
Well,
Let's talk about this because oh shoot, I didn't put it in here. It's at the bottom. You were in Iceland. You got inducted into the Hall of Fame. I don't know if I have a picture from that. Actually,
I couldn't find one when I was searching. So,
well, let's just show this for a while. Where was this?
That's Scotland. First win.
So, what does it take to be in the Hall of Fame in the Highland Games?
I don't know. I guess it's amount of wins, maybe.
Yeah. So the cool thing is, you sent me what they had said, and so who did the speech? Was it Mark that did the speech?
Yeah, Mark Buchanan. Yeah. He's
our next inductee looks as though he's stepped from the pages of history here in Iceland, which is true. He's big, limb, towers over opponents, wields a mean hammer and fork. Among the weapons in his arsenal has a long gray flowing beard, which you don't right now, and an infectious laugh as big as any Viking of old. I'm talking about my good friend, Al Stagner. And so, this was 2017, so it was in your 10th year of competing, he says.
Right.
And, you've competed. What are the countries that you've competed in?
Scotland and Germany, Iceland, Canada.
What's your favorite?
What's that?
What was your favorite to compete in?
Well, talking about favorite, which year is my favorite?
Yeah, either your favorite year, your favorite country, or city, state.
2010. Well, 2009, I really enjoyed Scotland, winning there in that home in the homeland, whatever. And then, and so that was a great battle too. That was a wonderful, wonderful game. 2010, I was on fire. Remember how I did when I did the shot put and discus in state? Yeah. I practiced every day. Well, I happened to get laid off 3 months before the Worlds. So I just threw every single day.
Really?
Throwing every single day. And it's the best year I ever had in my entire career.
Did you throw every implement every single day, or did you do
I went through everything. I went through a complete game every single day.
That's amazing.
And I tell you what, when I went out to throw against those guys, their jaws dropped because I was just on fire. In fact, I was so far ahead after 8 events that I didn't even have to throw the caber. Good thing, because I didn't know how to throw it. So
for some reason, it's a small picture, but it's the thing that everybody calls a telephone pole. Where did it go? I think I deleted that picture because it was so small. But that's the thing. So being tall, because I'm tall, we do have an advantage because, especially with wall, things like that, So I suppose being tall for you, because a lot of the pro guys are about your height. Yeah.
Right.
You just see these big dudes walking around. I think the coolest thing about the Highland Games is that it's just such a sport that people are like, what?
Yeah.
And then they're like, whoa, that's cool, you know? So.
Yeah. In fact, the RMSA has a show that they're going to do for a city called Thornton here on June 5th to demonstrate all this different events and get people interested and try to draw, get more people involved.
Remind the lay people what RMSA is. Rocky Mountain
Scottish Athletes.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, well, and you guys do a lot of cool stuff up there. You guys have your own Hall of Fame thing up there, I think.
Yeah, I'm in the Hall of Fame in that too.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in the actual like big Hall of Fame, like how cool is that to get that induction in Iceland?
It was unbelievable. Iceland was an unbelievable place.
Oh yeah,
to go. I mean, the stuff that you could see there was just phenomenal. But yeah, what really got me is they kept it such a secret. But everybody wanted to sit by me. I couldn't figure that out.
I know, and it was Larry Sissick's wife kept crying, so like he knew that something was going on because
yeah. Well, I thought it was going to be Larry and Mark anyway.
Yeah,
but then they threw me in there too, and I'm going like, whoa, I wasn't ready for this at all. It just blew me away.
Cool, it's very cool. So I think maybe we're not getting comments tonight because somehow we got messed up with all of these things. So hopefully all of you guys will, ask questions later. I was really excited about Al, like kind of answering your questions and stuff because you just have really cool stories, Al. Just all the things and the determination and just to be able to come back from that accident, which was in 2019. Is that what it was?
Yep. 19.
How long did it take you to recover?
A year.
Yeah, and you're going to be, 65 this year?
Yep.
Yeah, that's insane.
Oh, you're supposed to keep that a secret.
Well, we were going to talk about that because at Worlds it's changing. So you might see some new world records this year.
That's my point. I'm sure hoping to.
You never know. And, it's just fun to see everybody. So you are going to go to Austin, correct?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I will see you there, of course. You were obviously my favorite judge in Tucson 2 years ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He kept talking.
Give you a good score.
I was like, shut up. So I'm going to end with 10 questions. Are you ready for these?
Sure, let them shoot.
So I'm just going to ask you to just answer. Here it is. So here's Al Stagner, guys. Al, are you usually early or late when you go somewhere?
I'm always early.
Are you? How early?
Just depends on what the function is. Depends on how important it is.
I was going to ask you that.
If it's just something that don't really matter, I get there just before it starts. But if it's like a concert or to a game or something, I'll get there hours ahead.
Okay. So if it doesn't really matter to me, then I'll get to the airport hours early because I'm weird about it. If it's like a real estate thing, I get there early. But other stuff, I'm like, I'll be late. I'm just like, I don't care, All right. What is your favorite drink? Is it milk?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a milkaholic. I have to admit, milkaholic.
Hi, I'm Al. I'm a milkaholic.
That's it. That's it. There is worse things to drink, but yeah.
Absolutely. Now, if you do you drink alcohol ever?
Oh yeah, I'll drink beer. In fact, the other day I went and had a margarita. So
have you ever had
like tequila? Ever had what?
A White Russian.
Oh yeah.
I would like that because it's cream, or you could do milk, or I use like flax.
Yeah, but it's usually got whiskey in it, don't it?
No, it's got Kahlua.
Kahlua. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're not bad, but they're so sweet.
Yeah, they are. They're just like
yeah. So are you Russian?
Wait, well, I'm actually Icelandic. So when we went to Iceland, it was really cool. So when I was growing up, I was always like, I don't know if I look more Irish or Icelandic, And my mom, it's just funny. So I'm in the Icelandic community here and the Irish community as well. So it was funny because they started doing Thorablots, which is like the yearly thing. And they actually fly in chefs and food from Iceland. And they're, you're so Icelandic. You're so Icelandic. But then when I went to Iceland, I was like, oh, yeah. Like Everybody looks like me. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So it was really fun. And I the food there. I thought the food was phenomenal to me.
And I think Norway is going to be fantastic too.
I know. All the countries I'm down. So, okay. So here's your next question. Okay. What job would you be terrible at doing?
What am I terrible at doing?
What job would you be terrible at doing if someone said, like, "Hey, what's the worst? What would you be the worst at?"
Being a doctor, surgeon, or paramedic, because I hate seeing my own blood. I really hate seeing other people's blood.
Really?
So, it's terrible. Yeah.
Like,
no, can't hang.
Okay, well that's good. Okay, so good. I'm glad you didn't follow that profession. Here's question 4. What takes up too much of your time?
TV.
Okay. Well, what do you like watching?
Old westerns.
Oh, I love that. Have you ever seen Open Range?
Do I what?
Have you ever seen Open Range?
I don't think so, but I might have. But I have such a.
It's good.
I've watched so many. They're all together.
Are you a Clint Eastwood spaghetti western fan?
Oh yeah.
I love those. I used to watch those all the time, like just on the channels, like
right.
Not black and white, but I used to watch those. I was obsessed with those.
Oh yeah, Rawhide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Josie something?
Josie Wells.
Yeah, Josie Wells. That was his wife, I think. He met her on that set. Okay, Al, what's the best time of the day?
4 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can in the summer you go outside, nobody's rushing to work, the birds are kind of starting to chirp.
Yeah,
it's wonderful. It's quiet, excellent.
Perfect. I love it. Okay, what is the most interesting place you have been to? Now, this could be other countries or it could be within the United States, or it could be like a museum or something. You know what I mean? Like, what is the most interesting place you've been to?
I'd say probably the Scotland trip. I've seen more things there than I'd ever seen anywhere in my life. It's just amazing. Yeah, the buildings and everything.
Yeah, well, everything's made out of
Edinburgh Castle.
Oh yeah, and a lot of things are made out of stone, right?
What's that?
A lot of things in Scotland are made out of stone, right?
Oh yeah, and it's old. I mean, got out of our car and walked up there and looked at this place, and it's going like, built in 1000 BC or AD or whatever, and I'm going like, that thing's 20,000 years old or whatever. It's still hanging up there.
Here, yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, what is the most annoying question that people constantly ask you?
How tall are you?
Exactly. I knew you were going to say that. Or like, basketball? Did you play basketball?
No.
See?
No, I sucked at that.
Such a waste.
Oh, they did. They never. Yeah, they did ask me. They do ask me that too. Yeah, but I said, no, I'm a wrestler. Oh, okay.
Well, it's funny to me because I would have been like, what? A wrestler at 6'6"?
Oh, yeah.
That's insane. So
I had a lot of leverage.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, you do this and they can't find your legs.
No. I hook them up and flip them. And that's it.
Yep. Okay. So how many pillows do you sleep with?
Probably 10.
10? Are they all different sizes?
Yeah.
Different.
I got some real long ones. I got some short ones. I got some real soft, fluffy ones, and yeah.
So Karen's not one of the pillows. Like, how does Karen fit in this situation?
She's got her own pillow.
She's got a pillow, so that's 11.
Yeah, she's got her pillow.
All right, last two. Do you have a hobby?
Well, yes, it's called Highland Games.
I know, but like, it's a hobby, yeah. But I mean, it's also like besides Highland Games.
That's what I consider my. I like to fish,
Okay, I love that.
Freshwater. I went up to Blackhawk. That's a gambling town up here in Colorado, and won $1,200. So I do. Well, I bet on the Super Bowl and.
Oh my God!
And I had a machine that paid me like $850, and yeah, it was.
Oh, look at you.
I've been pretty lucky. I can play electronic poker really good. So
We'll
I
see.
almost have a sixth sense about it. But I don't do it very often. I mean, I used to go to the dog races too, and I did real well there. But I'd only go every once in a while. I didn't go all the time.
So you've got your little gambling things in fishing, and then you like to gamble when you fish also.
Well, when I worked on the road, I worked down in the canyon called Caliente Canyon, and it's super. I mean, it's 120 in the shade, 180 between the rails, and it was 60 miles from Vegas. So I went into Vegas every day, every weekend.
I bet you got good at some of that stuff.
Well, it was also fun to see all the shows, Gallagher and all this all this stuff. Yeah, it was cool.
All right. Okay. So last question. Favorite cuss word?
Farouk, you.
I like how. I'm trying to put my foot up on the bench here. I like how you made that look nicer or sound nicer.
Yeah. Well, Karen won't agree with you because it doesn't sound that nice to her.
Well, say it again, though.
I said Karen doesn't agree with you.
Well,
I mean, she said I don't say it that nice.
Isn't it F you?
Huh?
Isn't it like F you? I think maybe I misheard it.
Yeah, F you. Yeah.
Yeah. That's my word. So
that's a symbols for a word.
Exactly. So I think after this broadcast is over, maybe we'll have questions coming in. So be sure to check for comments because we had such technical difficulties and I was trying to schedule another one. That might be why people can't comment, which sucks. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that people have thoroughly enjoyed it. You're very interesting and it's a fun story. And hey, you're a Highland Games Hall of Famer. I don't know how many there are. Do you know how many there are?
What's that?
Highland Games Hall of Famers?
I don't. Yeah, there's a web page that has them all on it. A lot of older guys and stuff. But Colorado has more Hall of Fame people than any state in the union.
Well, I'm sure because you guys are really cool because you really do stuff for the athletes. So that's nice.
Well, see, we're all Rocky Mountain athletes
from
the Highlands, and altitude is not a problem.
Dun, 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 dun. There you go. Hey, Al, it's super swell. I can't wait to see you again.
You too. I hope to see you in the future. You got to come out to Estes.
Yeah, when is that? That's
the second weekend in September.
It's always because the Pleasanton is first.
But that's the first weekend.
All right,
I want to go to that, but it's not Pleasanton anymore. So it's going to be somewhere else.
It is?
Yeah.
Ooh, Steve Conway. We need to know this. I didn't know that because Pleasanton, Alameda State Fairgrounds. That's a great place to have a game.
So they said somewhere Santa Ana or Santa. I don't know. Another racetrack though.
Okay. Well, that'd be closer.
So they said Pleasanton got too expensive to stay at, or whatever.
Well, it is Silicon
so the whole thing's going to move north. It's going to be closer to San Francisco.
Well, Pleasanton.
What I have been told.
Okay. Well, we will look into that.
That is a good rumor to throw out there, anyway.
Good rumor to throw around. Hey, you know what? I think you're swell, Al.
Well, thank you. I had a great time.
Yeah. Well, we might have to do it again and see if whatever.
We'll do a little better probably next time. You can have
for the Worlds or something. So
yeah, that'd be good.
I'm gonna end the show, but you stay on and we'll have a little chat, okay? And thanks for being here. We love you guys, and I hope to see your comments later.